Kevin, the PRF says, you said the other night you don't see Washington football team signing Sweat to a second contract. So why would you draw the line on him being to get an elite quarterback long term? Oh, it's simple. Because there's a window of opportunity. And I laid that out for you the other night. Just because I don't think they're going to be able to sign him to a long-term deal. First of all, we don't know what they're going to be able to do. I'm projecting because you're not going to be, it's hard to sign two guys to a $100 million contract plus, and one of them not be a quarterback. It's hard to do that. But even with that being said, even knowing that there's a likelihood that he won't be back after his rookie deal is up, you can still extract all the value out of that first round pick that you can. With Montez Sweat on the defense, they have a chance to be the best defense in football. Because you got one guy on one side terrorizing you in Chase Young, and then you got Montez Sweat terrorizing you on the other side. Nobody else in the league has that right now, by the way. You know, there's some teams with some tag teams back again, but they don't look like Montez Sweat and Chase Young. The upside isn't as great as it is with Montez Sweat and Chase Young. If those dudes turn into what we think they are going to ultimately become, they've got a chance to wreck shop in this league. You could be talking about one guy with 15 and a half and the other guy with 13. You know, that's what Green Bay did a couple of years ago with the Smith brothers. And it wasn't 15 and 13. It was like maybe 15 and 11, or 12, but it was still dominant. You could be talking about that. And it could be 17 and 15 or 15 and 13. And that's amazing. And you could be doing that for a 3-4 year stretch because he's still got 3 years left on his rookie deal. And if you felt like we are on the cusp of winning a chip with this defense, you could even franchise tag him and extend that rookie deal out one more year. So you could get 6 years of service out of Montez Sweat if you want it before you let him walk. That means you've got a window of another 4 years essentially. Third year, fourth year, fifth year, that 6th year if you decide to franchise him. You got a window of 4 years of having an elite defense that could carry you to a Super Bowl. You don't trade that to me. You don't trade that. Even if it means getting a Deshaun Watson, because you could get Watson, you give up what Sweat, and the defense could take a massive step back because teams now say, oh, we just got to block 99. We just got to block Chase Young now. Double team him, triple team him. I don't worry about any of your other guys hitting home. Now you're back at square one, essentially, with a dominant player that won't see the light of day because he's not Aaron Donald. He's not beating double teams consistently, not yet at least. He's not doing that. So you got to make them pay. If they want to take their tight end and they want to chip, they want to double team with the guard, that means you're getting singled up on the other side. They can't double team everywhere. That's why I wouldn't trade him. Because in this window, we just made it to the playoffs at 7-9 with 4 different starting quarterbacks. And the defense is just scratching the surface. Who knows what they could be, say, 2 years from now. They could be the number 1 defense in the league and it's not even close. And they're taking over ball games. Now it doesn't really matter who the hell's that quarterback. You got a shot. That's why I won't trade him. Got another super chat here from Zach Kallstrom. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Zach. Greatly appreciate you, my man. Zach writes, also in a redraft, would you take Herbert over Chase? No, I already told you. That question was posed to me last year. Knowing what I know now about what Justin Herbert has turned into, and would I take him over? No, I want Chase Young. I want the elite edge rusher. Like, you can get lucky and find a quarterback elsewhere. If this defense turns into what we think it can be, you don't need Justin Herbert to win. Justin Herbert, a guy like him, if he is in fact what we think, and it's only 1 year, it's only a small sample size, but if he is what we think he's going to be, and he turns out to be a stud for the next decade plus, that gives you a much bigger window of opportunity to win. But it doesn't solve all of your problems, and that's what people fail to realize. Yeah, that's going to give you a great chance to win every single season. How many Super Bowls does Russell Wilson have? 1. How many times has he been close since the Seahawks defense went from being elite and dominant to just average to not as good? How many Super Bowls does he have? How many Super Bowl appearances, taking a step further, does he have? 0. Okay? Aaron Rodgers probably won the Super Bowl, arguably in his best season, but his defense was damn good that year too. All right, probably one of the better defenses he's played with in his career. And they weren't good record-wise. Remember, I want to say the Packers were either a 6 seed or a 5 seed. But it doesn't matter. You need defense in this league. Contrary to popular belief, everybody thinks you can just win a Super Bowl. If you don't have Patrick Mahomes, and nobody is Patrick Mahomes. There's only one of those in the league. You don't have Patrick Mahomes. Even Tom Brady. He's won a bunch of Super Bowls. And a lot of them has been off the strength of Tom Brady's heroics and late game situations and his execution to be surgical. But you know what else Tom Brady has benefited from? Elite Patriot defenses. You need defense in this league to win. And so I'm not taking Justin Herbert over Chase Young because I know Chase Young gives me a chance. And I'm optimistic to think we're gonna find a guy. Homegrown, not homegrown. We're gonna find a guy that's gonna give us a chance. But you don't get opportunities to draft. You heard what Mike Tomlin said. You gotta lose a certain amount of games to get a Chase Young. Russell Wilson was a 3rd-round pick. I hate to use that as an example because it's rare that you're gonna find a guy like Russell Wilson in the 3rd round. But what I'm telling you is you don't have to draft in the top 3 to get a quarterback that can help you win. Derek Carr's a 2nd-round pick. You can win with Derek Carr. You can win in this league with Derek Carr. You don't have to have the number 1 or number 2 or number 5 pick in the league at quarterback to win ball games and to have a legitimate chance to win a Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers, again, should have been the number 1 pick in that draft in 2005, but he was the 26th pick in the draft. Okay? You don't have to get that guy at number 5 or number 2, but you do have to get Chase Young at number 2. You're not getting Chase Young at, 17. You're not getting Chase Young at, 77 in the 3rd round, generally speaking. I mean, elite rushers, the best of the best. Aaron Donald was 11, I believe. That's as far back as you're going to go. And he's not an edge rusher. He's an interior defensive lineman. Von Miller was the number 2 pick in the draft. Myles Garrett, number 1. You looking for an elite edge rusher? It's coming in the top 5 picks more likely than not. So, no, I wouldn't take Justin Herbert over Chase in a redraft. I want Chase Young all day long and twice on draft Thursday. So, I'll take Chase Young again.
Louie.